Oh shit. Hey guys, welcome back to the ACE Racing League. Today, I'm be your commentator, and my name is Noah. We are here at the Gilles Villeneuve Grand Prix track. It has a total length of 4.5 kilometers, with total corners of 13. There are 3 DRS sectors. The driver will get the chance to use the DRS only in those sectors and within 1 second to the driver in front. The circuit in Montreal was opened in 1978. The first F1 driver to win the Grand Prix was actually a driver from this country. It was Gilles Villeneuve. The man at the track was later named after this famous F1 driver. We currently, unfortunately, don't have an updated version of the standings. However, I can tell you, last week, Imola Grand Prix was a spectacular, and he was won by Vladislav Mochilyenko, Jack Smith on second place, and on third place, last but not least on the podium, Jeff Jacobs. The drivers are currently practicing in a 15-minute practice session, and let's go have a look. I'm very sorry, live stream. We have some small technical problems with the camera management, but I think we're now ready to switch over to the track and to the drivers. I just heard from the broadcast we need another minute. We really apologize for the little technical problem we have here. But until then, I can tell you something about the following races. As you can tell, and you're a very good, as you're watching our series, as you can tell, we're going to end this season in 4 races. There are 4 more races to go, which we go to Italy. After Italy, in Mugello, we'll be traveling to the Red Bull Ring. After the Red Bull Ring, we'll be doing the Nürburgring, which is not the Nordschleife. It's just a small GP ring. And I'm just here in front of the podcast. We'll now switch to the video. Enjoy. And after the Nürburgring, we'll be going to a final destination, as Formula One is doing all the time, and almost every Formula racing league is doing. We'll be going to Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. I hope you'll be enjoying this few races with their rest few races. I hope you're enjoying them as much as I do and my colleagues do. Because if you're new here, I hope you enjoy the races. They're really spectacular races. So please smash like and subscribe. Activate the bell icon so you don't miss any race. Yeah, as you can see now, we're live on board with Mission Spinout on his outlap. He's currently entering the 3rd sector now, which is, he's heading now to the almost very tight 180 degrees hairspin. Little lock up from him there. Here on this sweet spot of the circuit, once in 2007, Robert Kubica, which is driving now in Formula One, had a horrific accident, but 1 year later, in 2008, he won the Grand Prix. What a great comeback from the Polish driver. So Mission Spinout is now really going tremendously fast down the main straight. He's beginning his fast lap now. Really hard braking onto a left-right corner. Good on the curb. If you go too much on the curb, you can't get a car right, heading the direction you want. Very good exit of him now. Ooh, and what happened there? There's carnage, mission spin out. He crashed into somebody. That ruined his lap time. Unfortunately, he has to go for another try, but if he has damage, we have a 50% damage on. He needs to go back to the pits and get his car fixed for the session, for the continuity of the session. Yeah, 5 minutes are done now, not almost 5 minutes, but 4 minutes are done now. So you can see it's very, very close between, it will be close between the drivers in qualifying. That's what we all hope for. We all hope it's not that boring as it is in other leagues or even in real life. But Mission Spino, here we see him, he goes for another attempt. And Arnold Swart is also on outlap. He's currently heading down one of the DRS sectors, and he's going pretty close to the Wall of Champions and is now going for a fast lap. You see the DRS closes as he brakes very hard for the left right-hander. Here he needs to get a good exit. Oh, he oversteers! But he catches the car. Really good driving from Arnold Swart. Now braking hard. Right locks up a little bit. Left onto a chicane out. Very good acceleration. Going as close as possible to the wall to get as much energy as you can with you. Now he's going for the second right left-hander a little bit. Wiggly on the entry, but very stable on the exit. Now he's heading to the famous hairpin, as I said before, which Robbie Kubica had his crash. He's braking good here. You need to touch the apex a little bit. But that slightly left-hander. Now he's going down the last back straight. Here we see a very concentrated driver going down at tremendous speeds. He has his DRS open, as you can see at his rear wing. As he brakes, the DRS closes and he gets over into the Wall of Champions. And there's another driver into him, Arnold Swart. And there he teleports back to the pits. There we saw a mistake of Arnold Swart. He just went over the... Oh! El Spaniel also went almost into the barriers. It's really, really difficult to get this. Oh, in the background we see a car spinning. We see so many car spinnings at the last chicane. It's incredible. Yes. Yes. Oh, as we saw before, El Spaniel and Arnold Swart going into the Wall of Champions. But they're not the only dedicated and good drivers to go into this wall. For example, 1997 and 1999, Jacques Villeneuve got into the Wall of Champions as well. So many names, that's why it's called the Wall of Champions. So many Formula One drivers, so many world champions of Formula One got into this wall. And 1999, not only Jacques Villeneuve, even Michael Schumacher got in the Wall of Champions. And then after that, in the interview, he said, "Why I can't only be human? He's not a robot," and that's what we see here. The driver's made out of blood and flesh, and they made mistakes. But here we see Mez Hendricks, our newcomer, very good managing the last corner. Here we see him a little bit off pace, but we hope he's going to improve later in the session. He's plus 7 seconds. That makes him the fourth. Oh, I'm sorry, third. My screen is a little bit in delay. But as I continue talking, 1999 was a really hard year for the Wall of Champions. Not only Michael Schumacher and Jacques Villeneuve, Damon Hill also got into the Wall of Champions and made one of the newer cases 2005, 2006. 2005 was Jensen Button. 2006, oh, there we see Luca Den Hardog. I'm really sorry if I don't pronounce those names right. I give my best. But Luca, we saw him there spinning a little bit his rear tires and losing the back end. Hessel Verheyen, he's on his current out lap in his third sector, going for a fast lap. We see him here managing the last corner really good, getting a good traction on the ground for a fast lap. Currently in the lead is Stein Prince with a lap of 1:47.709, and then with a gap of 0.3 of a second in second place, Jeff Jacobs with 1 minute 26.76, and on third place Mission Spinal plus 3 seconds of pace from Stein Prince with a 1:53.716. Yeah, we definitely will see a very close battle between Jeff Jacob and Stein Prince if the conditions stay like this, where they are currently. We have only 4 minutes left there in practice, and with Hessel Verheyen, I think not going for a very fast lap, still on his out lap because it's oh, and Hessel Van Hayden getting very close to the other driver in front of him. That's maybe giving a warning to both drivers there having a little mishap together. Because it's not very nice, I know it by myself, to get blocked by another driver when you're on a fast lap. But Hessel is now going for a second try on his faster lap, with only 3.5 minutes to go. Now in frame we see David Beckmann, the German in real life Formula 3 driver, which he's driving now with his own skin that he drives in real life with number 1. He's heading down to the right left-hander, really good braking from him and taking as much power as he can through those corners. He's really close behind the driver, he needs to overtake! It's only practice! Slow down, David! But we see him with 33 seconds, very good. Going on, there he spun! David Beckmann spun, very unfortunate for the German driver. But I think he's going to return back to the pits because his tires are done, of course. Here we see the current leader of the practice session, Stein Prince, with an enormous 1:26.4 as his best lap. And then still Jeff Jacobs with a 1:26.7, 0.3 off Stein Prince's pace. Oh, and Stein Prince improves by 0.4 of a second. That's really a big improvement for the Dutch driver. But here in 4th place, really close behind David Beckmann, is Dua Tambe. He's 2/10 of David's pace with a 127.3, and David got a 127.2. Jeff Jacobs improved his lap time as well by not that big margin, but he improved, and now his margin to sign print is 0.659. Here we see Tambe with a very nice livery, black and gold, heading down the last back straight and getting very good power on the exit from him. Maybe we'll see an improvement and a second fast lap. No improvement. Very, very unfortunate. Oh, there he overcooks a little bit, but catches it very good. Takes everything off the track as he gets of it. Duatambe is finishing currently his first sector. On my timing screen, he's 0-0. He's not improving in the first sector, but Arne de Zwart and Steinprinz and España are improving in sector 1 and sector 2 currently. But we're watching Hamve very good as he goes to finish the second sector and starting the third sector here in the hairpin. He needs to get a very good exit out. That's what he gets, and he gets a purple second sector as he finishes it. The purple second sector, but he's a little bit off pace, but he's coming good onto the final back straight where the Formula 1 cars hit 330. Very heartbreaking for corner 13 and 14. And now he gets into the wall of champions. Another victim. Like 2010, Kumai Kobayashi got into the wall of champions. Very unfortunate for them and very unfortunate for us because we're not going to see how much they improve or not. So we see. Oh, and I just heard from the broadcast, Steinprinz improved his lap time. Very good. Of the Dutch driver. He improved it by 6. Very, very big. That what she's a very, very big 6/10 of a second. Steinprinz is really dominating this session currently. And all the other drivers are maybe going to improve, but no, I see no drivers going to improve. Now we're heading down to the drivers and get them impressions so we can have a better understanding. Which one do you want? Hello, David.
Hello. Na,
how are you?
Ich rede Deutsch, ne?
Yeah, David, we're going to do it in 2 languages, okay? Just for German viewers, okay?
Just do it in Spanish then.
Yeah, okay, of course. Just for you, okay?
David, Russian.
Yeah, of course.
Super blöd.
Yeah, that's the most everything that every Russian or every möchte gern Russian would say.
Yeah.
So, David, how's your session?
Huh?
How was your session?
Well, last my in-lap was purple. Was sad.
Yeah, we saw on the screen you spun a little bit. What was the problem there?
Yeah, there was some nice guy. I think Luca spun, and then yeah, we had a very nice turn 7, I believe.
Yeah, it's me and the viewers we're really sorry for you to hear that right there. But David, as you're a real life driver, how does the car feel in comparison into real life?
Yeah, now with my setup, it feels really really good, huh? before. No, the car feels in general quite good. Actually, that's also why I'm driving it. Otherwise, I wouldn't drive it. And so yeah, basically it feels very good. It has a good stability. The tires are quite similar, like in the driving style that you can't put a lot of you can't drive with combined G-force braking and turning. It's in the same with Pirelli tires in real life. So it's really similar, good traction, and yeah, it's a good mod.
Yeah, thank you very much for that very exact look into real life racing.
Yeah,
Maybe we will see.
welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maybe we'll give the link to your YouTube channel, so check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
very much, David. Best of
yeah,
luck in qualifying.
yeah,
Maybe
thanks.
when you're on the podium, we'll see us later again.
Yeah, see you. Danke.
See ya. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're back in the commentator's cabin. As you heard before, really nice impression of David Beckman to give us a really good look into real life racing. If you're listening to this and you want to join our league, you can have always, don't hesitate to ask us on our Instagram channel, on our Discord channel, and yeah, if you want to join the league, just don't hesitate to ask. We'll now see that the drivers go out for racing. We have 15 minutes of qualifying here, and we see now Mies Hendricks, our driver, going through the second sector, and having a small improvement, of course, of his outlap. That's pretty obvious that they have improved. Ooh, Mies Hendricks get a really bad time on track there. He's crashed into the wall and then he gets in drive and puts it into the wall as well. We have now Jeff Jacobs there with a little good lap from him. A 142.8 is going to improve by very much, I see on my Delta screen. By approximately 16 seconds, I guess. Yes, and his new fastest lap is 126.4. Really good lap of the Belgian driver right there. And he's going to improve more. And also improving is David Beckman with a 126.7. Very good driving of the German driver there. He's having a really good second sector, and Steinprinz really rocket ship through the corners there and slaying David Beckman by 1/10 of a second. It's really good, and there are more drivers coming to improve. For example, Luca Den Hotdog is going to improve from his outlap, and yeah, it's going to improve by almost 4 seconds. Well, here on the screen we have Jeff Jacobs, which is going to improve as well. He has 3 green sectors, which meaning he's driving his personal best currently. And now he's going into last chicane. Very good exit of him, Jeff Jacobs. He's shutting down the main straight, and he's going to improve. Second place for him for now, and he's having a gap to Steinprinz by 0.001 seconds. It's one 1,000th of a second. This is incredible racing, ladies and gentlemen. This is incredible. A thousandth of a second. Here we see Steinprinz going into the pits for new fresh tires. David Beckman is not going to improve, maybe a little bit. He's currently driving a purple first sector, but it's not looking good on the timing screen. As you can see on the bottom is plus 0.167 seconds of pace from Steinprinz. Jeff Jacobs is currently driving a purple second sector. Maybe he's going to improve as well. It's looking very good for Jeff Jacobs in the RSS Formula 3 car here in Frosty, Canada. Maybe a little bit more in the meantime about the track. The Formula 1 is coming to this very wonderful track until 1978. 2 years after, at that year where the track opened. The track was designed by the architect Roger Pierart. Maybe his name says already he's an artist. Currently, almost every driver is out now and driving some laps. El Spano is going to improve by almost 3 seconds. Very good driving of him. But here in the screen we see Mission Spinner, which enters the last sector now. Is just after the DRS zone, coming for the hairpin. Mission Spinner is having a green sector 1. Now we'll see a green sector 2 maybe from him. No improvement of his personal, no personal improvement from Mission Spinner, but maybe he can turn it around a little bit. On the last sector, going down the main straight with the DRS open, now braking for the chicane, and he's going to improve. I don't think so, but his personal, yes, he improved a little bit of his personal by almost 0.2 of a second. Now he's 2.9 seconds off pace of Jeff Jacobs. In the meantime, Jeff Jacobs has driven a very wonderful time lap of 1:25.2, and he's going for it. He's really improving now. He has a purple first sector, which is obvious because he's first. Every improvement will be purple. And now we see him has a little bit traffic in front, which is really bad for the hairpin, because so many different drivers, they have so many different aiming points. But now Jeff Jacobs is going really fast down the main straight. He's getting those slipstream effect from the other driver. He's going to overtake him, but the driver's not going to back up. We hope we're going to see something like that in race. And Jeff Jacobs is not going to improve, but it was really nice braking and almost battling like we want to see it in the race from those two drivers. David Beckman has also improved. Steinprinz is only third. He dropped from first place in practice and also the beginning of qualifying to third place. That's really unfortunate for the Dutch driver. But Tembabe, he backed up. That's what we want to see. That's fair racing under colleagues, backing out between each other. As we speak from backing out, Steinprinz locked up his front right tire into the hairpin because he couldn't get the grip down for the braking he needed. Now you see from the rear wing, he opens the DRS now braking really hard, and I thought he's going to overshoot, but he's going into the pits. A really intense qualifying session we see here today. 5 minutes to go. Almost every driver is now out on track except of Steinprint. Oh, look at it. Harder crashed on the main straight. That's not good for him, but I think he's going to go back to the pits. So 4 minutes to go. Last settings are made. Oh, they're standing a car. It's staying sideways out of turn 7. Not very good for Arnold Swart because it's really a hard stopping moment when you see a car. Ooh, yeah, we see Arnold Swart stopping his fast lap, and there's also a car spinning behind. I think it was David Beckman, but I'm not really sure. We all see here's Arnold Swart. It's really a hard stopping moment if you see a car sideways in front of you and you're approaching with 180 kilometers per hour. A little information about this race today. Today is Saturday evening. Glad you are tuning in for our exciting race. But 1991 at 2nd June 1991, Nelson Piquet, that's tomorrow, won the Canadian Grand Prix in a Benetton Ford with Pirelli tires. That's a really interesting fact. He had an average speed of 185 kilometers per hour, and he drove the race in 1 hour 38 minutes and 51 seconds, but 98 laps. That's much more than we are doing. We're doing only 26 laps, and for that 26 laps, David Beckman is now qualifying. He has one more shot to go. The German in real life Formula 3 driver, of course, knows how to time this well and how to get done with the tires that they're in the perfect window to go. We see him weaving around as he does it in real life. Maybe he does feel the excitement right now. But now I think we stay for a lap of David Beckman, seeing how professionalism is done. And now he's going into the first straight, the start-finish straight, with a hard braking onto the left, then right. He needs to improve by 0.3 seconds. It's 3/10 of a second. He needs to improve. Full concentration from him now. Right, left-hander, really good. He's going to corner 4 and 3 now. He's approaching corner 5. Really long right-hander. Now hard braking for corner 6 and 7, which is third gear for him. He's improving not by much, but the lap isn't yet over. He hasn't improved by 1/10 of a second of his pace, but that's a really good improvement of him. Now he's going into the grass. He's a little bit over the grass. I don't know if the lap is cancelled or not, but he's continuing. for it. Heartbreaking onto the hairpin, which is corner 10. Now just a slightly left-hander brings the foot down. Get the foot down on the gas pedal, David. Oh no, he messed it up at corner 8 and 9. He's not improving. He has a delta of plus 1 second. Unfortunate for the German driver. Really bad for him. And there we see he's returning back to the race. Really sad for the German driver who would have loved to qualify first. So we'll see the starting grid. Jeff Jacobs on pole. David Beckman on second by margin of 0.3 seconds. Steinprinz is also not going to improve, which you see here, and he's on third place, by the way, for the race. Duhai Tambe is going for fourth place, the Belgian driver, just 3 down on his other Belgian colleague. Then we have fifth Mission Spino, sixth Luca Den Hotto, seventh Hessel van Heyen. I'm really sorry, Hessel. 8th Arno de Swart, 9th El Spano with a margin of 8 seconds, and then last but not least at 10th place. I'm really sorry, I just got confused because on 10th place Mace Hendricks, and on 11th El Spano. Off to a really qualifying session. We'll give our drivers a small rest and we'll be back in a few minutes for the race start. Stay tuned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us between the small break of after qualifying before the race is starting. Maybe in the close future we'll be having these breaks filled with a small ad. And here we see the 5 red lights are coming on for our 10 drivers today to complete. You know it, when the 5 red lights flash out, the race is starting. And it starts now! Very good start, wheel spinning from everybody. Really good start from our pole man. He's going into the first corner, Jeff Jacobs. Good acceleration, and David Beckman keeps the close line inside. I think, oh, there's a car behind. It's spinning out. Is it the car of Arne de Swart? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So the first 3 are staying the same as they are in qualifying. Jeff Jacobs, David Beckman, and Steinprinz. On 4th place we have Dua Tambe, 5th Ludwig Herpin, and 6th Mission Spinau. Steinprinz is fighting with David Beckman. David Beckman, of course, knowing the sports regulations, I think he had to learn them from Formula 3. Oh, heartbreaking into the final chicane, which is turn. I'm really sorry, I don't know the turn right now because I didn't watch, but they're still going side by side down the start finish straight now into the left-hander. Steinprinz has the inside for the right-hander, and what a overtake, but I think it's not finished. David Beckman gets the switchback move. He's going really fast down. Whoa, what an overtake on the inside, a retake of his second position. But Steinprinz isn't a bad driver. He's doesn't reject from any battle. And then they touched them all. They touched Steinprinz. He crashes out David Beckman, which falls down to 10th place. Really unfortunate for the German driver. He goes by past Hessel Verheyen. He's goes past him with 9th place, which means he's in the points. But meanwhile, we have for 5th place, we have a really good battle between Ludwig Petterkin and Luca Den Hartog. We see them running down the main straight. Luca Den Hartog, of course, having a slipstream, pulling out of the slipstream, which gave him the full portion of air. And what a nice overtake from Luca Den Hartog over Ludwig Petterkin. We see Steinprinz which didn't have that expected first and second lap that he would love to have, but he's getting closer onto second place, which is Duhai Tambave, which really went through the carnage between David Beckham and Steinprinz. Ooh, they're having really close braking battles, which we love to see as the viewers. They're now going down to straight. Steinprinz has a really big advantage because of slipstream. Duhai Tambe is really shoving the air through, and Steinprinz goes between the wall and him through. Onto second place. Jeff Jacobs having a really clean race in front. He tries to pull away, which he's really doing. He's improving by a gap of 4 seconds now, but Steinprinz meanwhile gets the fastest lap for 1:26.5. Really good job. But it's understandable because he had to catch up to the second place, which he really wanted, and now he's going for the hunt to first place, and he's hunting down Jeff Jacobs. Here we see Jeff Jacobs really giving it all, pushing to the limits to get a bigger and to grow a bigger and bigger gap between the first and second place, which he is now. Steinprinz is having a green first sector, and I see a car in the pits. I don't really know what car that is. Hendrix is going into the pits. He's changing his tires as the first car to change tires, and now he goes out again. Really quick stop from the team as we see him now. Jeff Jacobs will be passing Hendrix onto the final chicane, but Mission Spinner meanwhile has a battle. They touched them all. Mission Spinner, but they touched with no big error of both drivers. Jamal, tell me what happened. Mission Spinner, they are having so good battles, and Arno the Sword is the in Switzerland we say the Black Pete. He's not very lucky today. But Mission Spino, he pushed him a little bit. Maybe we will have a replay maybe later if the broadcast giving us to it. But yeah, we will have let you vote, ladies and gentlemen. We are watching now. Please vote. Oh, Steinprinz has all over the pace a little bit, or better, Dua Jambe, he picked up the pace very fast without noticing. Now he's very close onto Steinprinz. Please don't get a carnage again, Steinprinz. Please don't. But Dua Jambe is not getting through him. They're both racing on their absolute limits. Now, they're going down to the straight, which Tombo has his DRS open but doesn't get through Jamal. Maybe he's not having the right setup or wings, which are providing downforce and drag. And on the bottom you see David Beckman is driving a very fast lap of 126.1. He still has a kind of big margin of 3 seconds to Hessel van der Heyen. But David Beckman, he's catching up really good. And the 4th place, Ludwig Perkin, is also catching up to the drivers in front, which is Juhai Tambe and Steinprinz battling for 2nd place. Here we see a battle for 2nd and 3rd place. Ludwig Perkin is not going through. But I'm sorry. I'm right. It's Ludwig Perkin. He's not really good getting through their Duai Tambe, both with their black and gold car. But now they both have DRS, and oh no, Tambe gets in the pits. He goes into the pits, but gets a little kick in the rear end from his same car as Ludwig Perkins driving. Now David Beckman we see him just locking up a little bit and going for the straight, but behind David Beckman, Luca Den Hartog is, Hessel van der Heyen is behind him, but the man with the number 1 needs to cover up the car coming out of the pits, which is Jeff Jacobs. The number 1, the car with the number 1 with the driver David Beckman in it is really defending hard, but couldn't hold him off to overtake him. David Beckman needs to close him up because he has cold tires now. There's the advantage, but Jeff Jacobs will next few corners will warm the tires up and will have an advantage, but we see David Beckman diving through onto 4th place. But there's one unfortunate thing for the German driver in the car with number 1 from ART Grand Prix. He's not pitted yet. I see on my screen he's not pitted yet. That's really bad for him, and he still keeps on fighting with Jeff Jacobs. That's what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen, here in the stream. That's what we want to see. A battle between I'm sorry for my language, for an amateur driver and some kind of racing driver, I think. But David Beckman is really struggling with his tires as he loses some space onto Jeff Jacobs. But Jeff Jacobs has just driven the fastest 3rd sector. But David Beckman is holding onto him. He's not letting him go out of the 1 second window. And he's having a margin of 0.5 seconds now out of the corner. But David Beckman is trying to overtake him with DRS in the 2nd DRS. So they're approaching really fast the last sector. behind David Beckman, we see now the rear wing view is Hessel Verheyen. But he needs to let them go because those drivers are really battling for it. They really want to give us some entertainment. Thank you very much, drivers, and thank you very much, you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here and watching our live stream. If you like it, please smash like and subscribe, activate the bell icon so you don't miss any of our races. And here currently is a driver in the pits. Jeff Jacobs is driving the fastest lap because he had a really fast second sector, and David Beckman is just losing out by 1/10 of a second for that fastest lap. And because really wide. What happened there to David Beckman? What happened there? The brakes failed. I don't know. Please get some kind of medical assistance to this driver. It was a really hard impact onto the quarter three. Really hard impact with almost 145 kilometers per hour. David Beckman, what happened? And there he left. David Beckman left. Beckman left. What is happening here, ladies and gentlemen? Please F in the chat. Please F in the chat. Here we see our leader. Perkin is our leader currently. He's a really retro style painted car. It's a Golf livery, Porsche Golf livery. Must be a Porsche fan. Currently driving last lap of 126.8. And the Chargers, Stein Prince on second place is driving a 126.1 last lap. Is improving really fast onto Ludwig Perkin. And there we have another car in the pits. He's down from our commentator box. Another car in the pits. And really unfortunate for David Beckman, who's getting now 9th place and 10th place from Espanyol. Yeah, we're really sorry. Please press F in the chat right now if you're really sorry for David. Oh, and here we see the leader, Ludwig Perkin, going into the pits and having a pit stop right there. Pit stop may take some time because maybe the drivers are repairing their damage. And Steinprinz took the lead right now, right there from Ludwig Perkin. He overtook the lead with a margin of 4 seconds to the second driver, Jeff Jacobs, which had to hang a little bit off there. But Steinprinz, I don't know if he's really smiling in his cockpit right now. He's really concentrated, maybe thinking of the consequences, what happened there in the first couple of corners. I heard from many drivers and dedicated racing fans and some dedicated autosport fans that they said this mod is one of the most beautiful sounding cars in the Assetto Corsa game, because just listen to this V6 turbocharged sound while Steinprinz is now passing through the corners. We next lap we'll hit half race distance, and almost every driver has pitted until now. Maybe we're gonna see some racing right there, but I don't think so. That will be happen. But we're gonna see what's happening. We're seeing that we have another driver in the pits right now. It was Arno de Swart pitted on lap 11. And we have some illegal stuff detected from our helper of the FIA. We have Ms. Hendricks on lap 1, illegal DRS use in the first zone. El Spano, also illegal DRS use in zone 1. Then Ms. Hendricks, he's getting a penalty for that illegal DRS use. Lap 2 in zone 3. And Luca Den Hartog, also illegal DRS use, zone 3 on lap 3. Time Prince, in the meanwhile, has driven the fastest lap. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit behind. He's driven the fastest lap of 1:25.9. They're getting closer to their qualifying times. And here we see Jeff Jacobs in second place with a margin of 4.5 seconds to the first driver, which is Stein Prince. Julia Tambe, he just picking up the pace a little bit, as I can see here from his sectors. I think he wants to catch up from the 3 second. He's limping behind the second place, but I would be happy if I'm third. But maybe he's going to be second. We don't know yet. On the left, you can see that there are only four. I'm sorry, I can't count. Only 9 drivers rest there, and we see a driver in the pits. It's El Spano. He's pitting on lap 13 for him. Really good strategy if you have medium tires and pit in 13.5 race distance for, again, medium tires. If you haven't checked it out, please check out our Instagram channel at Ace Racing League. And if you don't have Instagram, you can always subscribe or write us an email at. I'm sorry, we gotta broadcast it, and we gotta screen it to you underneath right there. No. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in today. It's a really nice evening for racing. As you see here, Mission Spinner is closing up to the 5th place. Look at Den Hartog, which is limping back from his normal pace plus 0.4 of a second. We're now racing. I just saw now racing for 3 minutes and have over the race distance, and there, look at it, Hartog, he spun. I don't know what happened there, but he spun because I think it looked like he overcooked the rear tires. Look at it, Hartog, he really needs to watch out because behind him on 7th place, Hessel Verheyen is coming. And of course, then Hartog is now having really hot tires because of that spin and maybe also having a flat spot. I don't think that game is as realistic as you could see for having this effect like Sebastian Vettel had in Bahrain, where the flat spot gave so hard vibrations that the front wing nearly imploded off the front nose. But we see Hasselverein catching up to Luca Den Hartog. El Spaniard just drove a really fast lap with a 131.77, which broke his personal best really big. And Sam Prince is also really charging now because Jeff Jacobs is coming closer, but we're now watching this battle between 7th and 6th. Oh, look at it, Hartog, Boost! He takes Boost out! No, look at it, Hartog. Hasselverein takes Boost out, and there's another drive he comes through. Arno the Swart is really like shot torpedoing through those massive wrecks of cars. Please help! We need some assistance here. Arnold Swart is really giving him advantage us there, and Steinprince just drove a really fast lap of 125.7, as you can see, fast lap of the race. And there he goes, Verheyen, he goes through the inside. What a move from the Dutchman there. But look at Den Hartog is not giving any doubt that he's coming back. He's coming back. He's on the outside. He's going through the outside. Come on, he's going through the outside. They're both going side by side. One of them used DRS. I don't know who was illegal to, who was not to use DRS, but I don't know. We have to wait until the race marshal saw. But Arnold Swart got also illegal use of lap 12. And he cut the track on lap 12 on race. Sorry, I said that. Oh, look at it! What? Both drivers go off track. They weren't concentrated for a second. They weren't concentrated. Maybe they slept or something behind the wheel, but I can't sleep with this action happening right there. And look at that, how it's going through. What a move through at the wall of champions. And maybe El Spania from behind is also coming and join the battle and go a third party. But until now, look at it, Hartog and Esel Verheyen are... Oh, Verheyen spun. He spun. He's out of the battle. And Espana also taking advantage of this really bad driving of Van Heyen. I'm really sorry for him. He was so good driving until then, and then unfortunately just spun. Maybe they were sleeping on the back straight. You saw it, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it first here. They were sleeping and getting into the wall. How can they sleep? I wasn't sleeping. This is so exciting, ladies and gentlemen. This is St. Prince, a little lock up onto the fire chicane, which is turn 10. And this little left bend there of the track is also at corner. It's corner 11, by the way. You see a back marker really giving big space onto Stein Prince so he can go through there and maintain his lead. Jeff Jacobs is picking up a little bit. There are 8 laps remaining. I'm sorry, 7 laps remaining. and Stain Prince, and there's second, Jeff Jacobs coming! Stain Prince is coming up, there's only one move to make! Stain Prince is coming, Jeff Jacobs! What is happening? I can't think so fast, this is so exciting! Both of the drivers, that's what we want to see. The last 7 laps, we want to see a big battle for the lead. Who wins this Grand Prix? Jeff Jacobs is having a 0.3 of a second back margin. He needs to wait. Don't do a Charles Leclerc as he did in Monaco. Don't go too soon for a move. You have 7 laps left, but it's really exciting. The last laps are a showdown right here at the circuit Gilles Villeneuve, which Rubens Barrichello in 2004 holding a lap record of 113.6, by the way. Yeah, you're heading to the World Championship now. Stein Prince needs to pick up the pace, but it's a really difficult questioning and thinking here because both Stein Prince could cruise or some kind of cruise in front and don't stress the tires as much as Jack Jacobs did, but we didn't know how he managed his tires, how well he managed them. But I think Stein Prince has a little advantage because of his fresher tires. But it's really exciting. The last few laps, that's what we want to see. Please all spam the chat while you're watching this. Please do it. It's really exciting right now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining in. And if you liked it, please subscribe. Now Jacobs is he is always heading this plus 0.5 of a second margin to the driver in front. Stein Prince is always hailing Jeff Jacobs behind by almost a second to half a second. Jacobs can't really drive faster because his tires are done. Bono didn't stop him too early. Bono stopped him too early. That was a little Formula 1 joke, by the way, if you don't. And thank you very much for giving me this advice. We like to greet someone in the chat who's watching right now. Our current leader and winner of almost all races. Our dominator, our reigning leader of the championship, Vlade Muchilienko. Everybody please spam the chat with emojis how cool Vlad is. Thank you for watching. If you didn't, and for the others, please smash like for this awesome race that you see here. What a final battle between them. Oh, down! Jacobs is going for it! Jacobs is going for it! He's just going down the outside. Don't get the traction down. Yes, he gets the traction down. They're both going side by side. Nobody can profit for the slipstream. But behind there's a back park. I hope he doesn't crash into the front like Esteban Ocon did in Brazil 2018. I'm sorry. But now St. Prince and it's really tight through this corner. St. Prince really gets far out. But what a fair racing from both drivers, Jeff Jacobs and St. Prince. They're both giving it everything. St. Prince is down in front. We see a little lock up from Jacobs. They're both giving everything. Now, Jacob has a little margin again from St. Prince. 3 seconds. It's a little bit much for overtake. But we see Jeff Jacobs is really sniffing the motor oil. He's really sniffing the exhaust from St. Prince. He's breathing the same air as him. He's almost pushing his buttons for St. Prince cockpit. It's really close battling. And in the chat we see Vlade is for St. Prince. He believes in him. Shout out to Vladimir Mujilenko, you fucking legend. I'm sorry, my language. And now Jeff Jacobs has to cool down the brakes because one little disadvantage from driving so close behind is that you have dirty and hot air streaming from the car in front to your car, so the brakes are not cooling as they should. That is really important factor. As we are here in Montreal, we have really hard braking zones, like for turn 10, that's a hairpin, turn 8, the first, the last right left-hander, turn 6 and 7, left right-hander, and also turn 3 and 4. It's also right left-hander. It's really hard braking, and also, of course, I almost forgot turn 13, which is after the long DRS straight. You need to have cool brakes, because if you don't have cool brakes, your brakes are just going soft like they did at Monaco 2016 with Charles Leclerc, and I'm really sorry I said the date wrong, it's 2008. Here we see Jeff Jacobs closing up. Oh, Sam Prince having a lockup. Jacobs can have a little profit of that. He's really close behind. Is he going for the move? He has DRS open. The slipstream is there. You know the chance is there. He needs to stay a little bit longer in the stretching, but they need to break. The last back straight isn't that long as it should be for Jeff Jacobs, but he's having DRS. He just needs to compensate those cornering speeds which Stain Prince have. These cornering speeds are so enormous. For example, in this first sector, Jeff Jacobs is 2/10 slower. In the second sector, it's 1/10 faster, and in the third sector is same, like 25.1. He needs to pick up the pace by 2 seconds. They're really giving it everything now, and Jacobs is in the second DRS zone, heading to down to corner 8. They're braking really hard at the 100-meter board. Jeff Jacobs is really going for it. I'm terribly sorry about that. I'm talking way too much, but it's so exciting. Is Jeff Jacobs getting Stein Prince right now? Yes, Stein Prince on the inside. And Jacobs is, oh, the banked wheels. The banked wheels, they touch, Jamal. They touch. And Jeff Jacobs is at the same place he was 9 laps before. He's at the same place. Half a second, 5/10 behind Stein Prince. It's really, really unfortunate. And now Jeff Jacobs has plus 1.3 seconds. It's a really big margin. I think he's not gonna catch it up, but we never know. As Jensen Button did here back in 2011, he overtook. Oh, I'm sorry, Hasselverheyen. He just hit the wall. I don't know if he was intoxicated or not. Oh, he's pushing it! He's pushing! Hasselverheyen! What is he doing? They're both going into the corners. He did more than one move. That's absolutely incredible racing. What's happening right there, ladies and gentlemen? Please smash like and subscribe if you want to see more of this racing action. For example, next week you're gonna enjoy a really, really fantastic track. Next week is Mugello. It's a really fast and technical track. after Mugello, we're going to Red Bull Ring, which we'll see really fast battles, breaking battles, as we see here. Saint Prince just did the fastest lap, and Jeff Jacobs has picked up the pace. Saint Prince is really slow. Will we see a mistake of Saint Prince? I don't think so. He's driving at a legendary level. He's really driving as fast as he can in the final lap now. Jeff Jacobs is picking up, but he picked up 0.3 of a second. Up to Stein Prince. But we see them here in entering the last sector now. Corner 8 and 9 are done. They're now traveling towards. They're now going down towards the last. For big lockup of Stein Prince. What is that? Now they have almost done the 4.5 kilometers that are left on this very nice Canadian circuit named after a big legend. And here, another legend will win. Stein Prince is going to the Wall of Champions. And there, he wins the Canadian Grand Prix. What a drive from Stein Prince. Second place, Jeff Jacobs. Third place, Tanwe, also a Belgian driver. Fourth place, Ludwig Berkin. Fifth place, Mission Spinau. Sixth place, Arne de Swart. Seventh place, Hessel Verheyen. Eighth place, Luca Denardo. Ninth place, Espanol. He profited from the retiring, and we're all respecting him, David Beckman. And here we see some after race procedure, maybe, I don't know, a mating process or not. I don't know what kind of things are going on. But now we see here on fourth place Ludwig Perkin doing some donuts, almost gets stuck in the grass. We'll be right back for the interviews. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Okay.
Hello, Stain. How are you?
Good. Very good.
Yeah, did you sweat?
Yeah, I'm really sweating a lot right now.
Are your hands greasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw. We all loved it in the chat. You should have watched our race. Our champion is watching Vladislav Muchilienko, and he really was. He was really enjoying what you were delivering there. How did you feel?
Well, at first, it was pretty unfortunate that I touched the back of David. That's why he spun, and a bit later on in the race, Jeff got spun around by a back marker. So it's not like, it doesn't really feel like a deserved win. But after that I was cruising, good lap time, so setting some fastest laps, so it felt pretty good for me.
Yes, we saw, Stain. You had some really good pace after the Jeff Jacobs closed onto you.
Yeah.
You had much tire left.
Yeah, not too much, but Jeff went in early, so I decided to go with him, which worked out really well for me. So
yeah, we saw really
we
good
had some
battles.
close moments, but eventually I set some quicker lap times, and then he made a mistake as well, so that's why I stayed in front of him.
Yes, but thank you for the little impression that we could look a little bit into your cockpit while racing. Congratulations to your win.
Thank you.
Well deserved. Yeah. Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
How are you?
Maybe not in the mood to talk.
Yeah, I can say more before every answer, but still gonna ask you some questions.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, how do you feel? Do you sweat?
I can fill a bath with my sweat.
Okay, so how was the situation when you knew it? You could go for the move after the long back straight. How was that in your mind? Did you know it? This is the only chance to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a lot of damage, and the straight with the DRS was my only option because I was lacking straight line speed. And then yeah, on the chicane, it's really hard to overtake. Yeah, a lot of maybe a bit too much mistakes, but in the end.
Yeah, we saw you catching up really good. Did you have much rubber left?
Yeah, with the mediums on this track, it was okay. It was fine.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for the little impression.
You?
Congratulations, second place.
You?
Hello. Yeah. You are. Sorry. Hello, Vlad. Hello, Vlad.
Hello?
Yes. Hello. You're in the interview room right now.
Oh, okay.
Did you enjoy? How was the race from your point of view?
I only saw the second half of the race, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Do you think it's better this kind of race than you driving in front with 30-second gap?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think in your mind it's a little bit like you like you like it, but we don't know. But yeah, for our leading champion right now, how did you prepare for the race next time? Like for the next race, it's Mugello. Just to give our viewers a little impression, how do you train for a race?
Like, I don't really train that much because, like, I have a 24-hour race for in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so I'm going to train for that because I am lacking a lot of pace. So yeah, I'm going to take this like casually, not going to try hard this league. Maybe next season.
Okay, bloody.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much for the little impression.
Okay.
See you next time.
See you.
Yeah, let's do a duo again. Hello? Okay. So that was it, ladies and gentlemen, for our today's race of the Ace Racing League. I hope you enjoyed it as I did. I'm really kind of sweating right now. I'm still really excited and the adrenaline is still there, as you can hear from the drivers. The adrenaline and the sweat is still there from the last laps. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any further race of us. We see us next time in Mugello. Good night.